Trap is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Warner Brothers. It can be found as a slipcover edition, available at your local and online retailers. M. Night Shyamalan's filmography as a whole can be described as mixed at best. With his latest offering, Trap, I feel it has a rather solid first half, but loses steam and focus in the back half. The whole premise, as was presented in the trailer, is a very intriguing one. The problem is, once the film loses the initial setting, it becomes less interesting. Trap for me will go down as a film that wastes its potential, which is a shame as it was so close to being great. For the time being, I'll be keeping this one, but we'll see how long term it will be. Trap on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has an aspect ratio of 1:5:1. It was finished at a 4K digital intermediate, and it supports both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision transfer. No matter what you may think of M. Night as a director, at least he's one of the few filmmakers that still prefers to shoot on film when he can, and its look on the 4K reflects that. There is a fine layer of grain which adds to the cinematic appearance as well. With that said, for those that are accustomed to new movies exhibiting a bit of visual pop with the implementation of HDR or Dolby Vision, you're going to be a little bit disappointed in this area. Frankly, in a decision that is no doubt intentional, the overall palette of the movie is very dreary, with Dolby Vision not really adding much to the mix. Even outdoor day scenes are quite dull, as colors are pretty muted. When the film moves into the concert itself, especially during the Lady Raven performances, the visual enhancement is still minimal and decidedly subdued. Skin tones, however, look pretty natural, and whites don't appear blown out. Black levels are generally serviceable with appropriately dark nighttime scenes and darker interiors. Shadow detail does occasionally tiptoe near the line of crush, but doesn't fully step over. The real benefit to the 4K is going to be the resolution bump, which does offer more definition and overall texture. Close-ups yield pleasing results in this area, as facial features are very well realized. Mid-level shots show appreciable gains as well. Trap on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a Dolby Atmos audio mix, which folds down to a Dolby True HD 7.1. There are also multiple international audio options. The film's Dolby Atmos isn't necessarily going to wow audiophiles, but it's overall a well-implemented track. The film's main location of the concert is of course going to immerse you with crowd excitement, music beats, and general ambience for those that have invested in an Atmos setup. The height activity is mostly complementary in nature with very few discrete audio cues. The mid-level and rears once again are mostly for concert noise, and when things move from the venue are a bit more reserved. Then it's general light ambience that is what is mostly heard. Dialogue reproduction is clean through the center with no issues to report. The LFE is pretty reserved even during the concert performances and doesn't really move the needle in an aggressive way. Overall, its usage does serve the story, but it's nothing that will wake the neighbors. The included extras are actually pretty superficial, and most don't go over 5 minutes in length, including a general making of featuring the director, the cast, and some brief behind-the-scenes content. There's also a brief featurette on the Lady Raven character, who is of course played by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. I wonder how that got in there. And a few deleted scenes round out the bonus materials. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Trap on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray a B+. The 4K transfer is not going to be a showstopper in a visual sense, and even though it looks more like a traditional film, there is honestly little else to encourage those to favor this over the Blu-ray. If you do decide to go with the 4K, just be aware of what you're getting into. For the audio mix, I scored this an A-. The Dolby Atmos is a fairly immersive experience, and for a thriller, it does get the job done. There isn't much in the way of flashy or dynamic audio cues. It's pretty straightforward in its delivery. It's a fine, but not a particularly memorable audio mix. And for the extras, I graded them a C. There isn't too much for fans of supplements to get excited about. Really, only a few appetizers and nothing really consisting of a main course. If you're into bonus materials, you may be disappointed with what's here. So that is my review of Trap on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Warner Brothers. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct Amazon link in the comment section. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365. I will see you at the movies.